first-person shooters are often associated with big publishers that have more money than God. It's with this mindset that you would never guess that a game like Bright Memory was coded primarily by a single person, yet still manages to be among the best shooters I've played in recent memory. Pun intended.
Shelia, have you found anything?
Just a special ID card.
Bright Memory skips the foreplay and thrusts you immediately into the action with no backstory outside the game's description on Steam. You take the helm of Shelia, an agent working for the Supernatural Science Research Organization that is trying to stop terrorists from stealing relics that belong to an organization. During a struggle with the terrorist leader, Shelia accidentally teleports herself to a mysterious location filled with monsters. The storyline is paper thin at best and exists purely as an excuse to shoot things. And shoot things you shall. Like Shadow Warrior, Bright Memory is driven by a mixture of swords and gunplay. The arsenal is rather meager with only a handgun, machine gun, and shotgun at your disposal. But what sets this game apart from your typical first-person shooter is the wide range of special abilities. Some of these become available as you reach certain parts of the story, while the remaining skills are unlocked with experience points earned by killing enemies. Players are encouraged to mix weapons and skills to create stylish combos not unlike Devil May Cry. Experimenting with all the abilities and juggling your foes is no doubt where Bright Memory shines the brightest. Pun intended. Most of the campaign is comprised of duking out against swarms of enemies in small arenas, but the game mixes things up with the occasional platforming and puzzle sequence. The game also contains 2 boss encounters where smart use of all your skills are essential to claiming victory. The footage you've been watching was taken from the PC version running at 4K with high settings and ray tracing enabled. For a game developed primarily by a single person, this is a mighty good looking game with highly detailed environments and a huge array of special effects. If you're rocking one of those fancy RTX cards, you can take advantage of DLSS 2.1, and this allows you to run the game at higher resolutions while utilizing less hardware. This meant I had no trouble running Bright Memory on my RTX 3070 with everything cranked up to the max. I also played through the game on the Xbox Series X, and it runs at a native 4K on Microsoft's new machine with visuals that almost match the PC version, although sadly ray tracing has not made the cut. The Xbox conversion runs at 60 FPS with the occasional judder affecting the fluidity. Surprisingly, the console release features a PC-style graphics menu, but unfortunately turning everything down to the lowest setting does not eliminate the judder. A few visual glitches can also hinder the Xbox release and has not been addressed by the developer as I record this review. As for the music, there's a nice assortment of fast-paced tracks to match the speed of the action, but the voice acting is some of the worst I've ever heard in a modern-day video game, with each character expressing all the emotions of a lawn chair.
A person? I have a bad feeling.
Unfortunately, Bright's Memory is on the short side, with the credits rolling after only 30 minutes of gameplay. Completing the game unlocks some new digs for Shelia and a new Game Plus mode, where all your skills carry over to the next playthrough. I enjoyed my second run more than the first, as it gave me a chance to play with all the mechanics and gain access to new ones. During the third run, with everything unlocked, is when the game was undeniably at its best. This is a testament to the quality of the mechanics that I'm still having fun with the game after multiple play sessions. In fact, I enjoyed the game so much, I unlocked all the achievements in both the PC and Xbox release. Even though Bright's Memory represents the most fun I've had in a shooter in a long time, it's a tough sell for what basically amounts to a glorified demo. But on the positive side, early adopters of the Steam release gain access to the full game upon its release at no extra charge, while Xbox users are only entitled to a small discount, which is rather disingenuous in comparison to the full discount on the PC side. For me personally, I like to view this game as crowdfunding for a bigger project in the same vein as Kickstarter, with the difference being I can play something immediately after my transaction. This also proves that the developers have the talent to make their vision a reality. when it does become a reality, I will no doubt be the first one in line to play it.